All right, Bump, what needs to happen for the Seahawks to go on a second half, end of season run?
Yeah, some things need to happen, and they need to happen quickly, preferably on Sunday.
Ideally against the 49ers.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I cannot think of a better time.
O-line chemistry needs to happen. And it's weird that I'm saying that because I'm asking O-line chemistry to happen, and you might get a new addition, and this guy hasn't played with this line all year in Abe Lucas. But sometimes you get an addition to a position or a team, and it does something to a squad. They believe a bit more. Their confidence is up. And maybe Abe can do that for this football team. And then just the guards just need to play better. We've been screaming that from the top of Mount Rainier for the last 6 weeks. The guards need to play better. But there needs to be some type of chemistry. And I've never been in an O-line room when it's just the bigs and the offensive line guy, Huff, in this situation, is coaching those guys. But the communication needs to be on point. The feel needs to be on point. The trust needs to be on point between them and the running backs, because the running backs help in the pass pro situation, mainly Zach Charbonnet. He's the better pass pro guy out of the RBs. The chemistry needs to be there for the offensive line because you can only ask so much of the defense. The defense is getting better, but obviously the offense has been the stronger side of the ball. 2, wide receiver growth. Can JSN be like he was against the Rams? Now, I don't expect him to go for $180.
I do.
A couple touchdowns. But that has to be who he is now. He has to have a couple of 20, 30-yard gains. You got to be able to run the screen with him like you did with him on third and second and short, or second and long, excuse me. Can JSN take what he did against the Rams and make that a part of his permanent identity? And then did we just find a new number 4 wide receiver in Cody White? Jake Bobo has had his shot this year. He's made a couple catches, had a couple drops as well. We haven't really seen Derek Young, which always baffles me because physically I watch him work and train, and he seems like he could be the guy. But did Cody White just insert himself and say, look, I can be the big play guy? For receivers, it's hard to get on as a number 4 receiver because you have to be able to contribute on special teams. Clearly, Cody White can do that with that block punt. Next one, LB moves. Can Tyrese Knight provide something that Dotson couldn't? That's the question. You look at Dotson's stats, go, oh, man, he led the team in tackles. He's got to be good. Listen, Dotson is a good football player. That's why he was picked up by the Miami Dolphins, but he wasn't doing exactly what Mike McDowell and AD wanted this guy to do.
Right.
So what can you get out of Tyrese Knight? The thing that encourages me is that he's young and he's lining up next to Ernest Jones. When you are young, you're more impressionable. Everything your coaches says is the gospel. It's truth. And sometimes, a lot of times, that helps you because you have nothing to pull from that tells you that this isn't true. I haven't played in the NFL very long. I'm 8, 9, 10 weeks in. So can Tyrese be the sponge that you need to be to perform at a high level? And can Ernest Jones be the big homie, the older brother, to kind of push him along the way and say, this is how you do it. You want to stay in this league for a while? Follow my lead, because the other guys who are here weren't able to get it done. Last one, take care of the dang ball in the red zone.
Come on.
Just take care of the ball. I mean, the worst case scenario, you should be getting 3 every time you're down there, but we need 7. No more snaps over your head. No more interceptions in the red zone. 2 interceptions in the red zone. 1 returned, 103 yards for a touchdown.
Still stinks.
You got to clean up your procedures because at some point, the last 2 games, the Hawks offense looked like a high school Friday night. You don't have all your guys out there, sloppy, not confident type of offense. And I know that drives Huff crazy. It drives Grubb crazy. Everyone involved in the offense, it drives them crazy because those are the things that you can control yourself. It's nothing the defense did. It's you when it comes to the snaps and all that stuff. So those are my keys, man. If they really want to go on a run, which is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. You got the Niners. You play the Packers. You got the Jets, the Cardinals twice. You got the Bears. Am I missing anybody? It's going to be tough. So if they want a chance to make a run, those are your keys. Offensive line has to build some chemistry. There has to be growth at the wide receiver positions. LBs have to play more violent with a young one in Tyrese Knight. And then the red zone has to be cleaned up. No more mistakes in the red zone.